Hey guys, Viking 82 here, back with a new Viking Orations. Got another review for you today, and this time around I'm going to be talking to you about the debut full-length album from the band Contagium, entitled Chronicles of Carnage, due out September 19th through Vargeist Records. And if you are not familiar with this band, they are a four-piece death metal band based out of Franklin, New Hampshire that formed back in 2018. Consisting of Jason Matot, and I hopefully pronounced that last name right. If I'm not, I apologize. Handling the bass, Dan Woods on drums, James Marin on guitars, and Travis Lorden on vocals. As I said, this is their debut full-length album, and it is 9 tracks, clocks in just under 30 minutes in length. And I gotta say, ever since I picked up their Impure Crushing Death demo from 2019, which actually is sitting right here. There's the band's logo. Really like that. I ordered that demo, and after listening to some samples of it, and I was really impressed with it. And as soon as I ordered it, I saw the news that these guys had signed on to Vargeist and we're going to be releasing a debut full length, and I could not wait to hear that. So when this arrived in my email, I was anxious to check it out, and I got to say, these guys did not disappoint me. Right off the bat, you can tell two things about this band as you're listening to this album. One, there is a definite incantation influence to their music, which is definitely not a bad thing because Incantation are an amazing band. And two, there is no polished production here at all. It is just raw and gritty death metal played, just down and dirty style. And, I absolutely loved the sound of this album. The guitars had that heavy, dirty sound to them with just the right amount of chug to them. And they turned out some heavy as fuck riffs on here. I just listened to track 3, Pulmonary Hemorrhage. I mean, there's some monster riffs in that song. Track 8, Never Laid to Rest, has a bit of a black metal feel to one of the riffs. It's like, they're playing their normal style, then all of a sudden they're playing, almost black metal-ish style riffs, which was kind of a nice change of pace. And then it switches back to, even heavier, more death metal style riffs. I love the way they can switch things up just a little bit and show there's more than just death metal to their sound. And of course, with me, bass is a big thing, and I just love the bass sound that they captured here. It's got a real nice thick tone. It's high up in the mix, and you can hear the notes being plucked away at all times, and I absolutely loved that. Track 2, One Death, has a nice little bass intro where it's just the bass, kind of slowly playing a riff, and then this real killer low growl comes in to accompany it, and I just love the way that sounded, and that was a real good way to start that track. The drums don't go for a real super heavy production or anything, or really any kind of flashy playing. It's just old school style death metal drumming, with lots of good blast beats. Overall, a really good performance here. It's just, again, just much like the guitars, they go for that down and dirty, just straight up death metal style of drumming, and that's great because with this style of music that they were playing, they don't need, real thundering double bass or anything like that, or real flashy playing. Just, stick to it, do some really good blast beats, some good fills, you're good to go, and I think they accomplished that here. And then finally you have the vocals, which are this nice mid to low end growl, to a real low growl, mixed with these screams that at times have this effect on them that kind of almost give them like a warbly effect, maybe is the best way to describe it. I don't know, it's hard to describe that sound, but I mean, it's mostly normal screams, but then there's times when they add these, like I said, these little effects to it that make it sound a little odd, but I don't know, it really works, I think. Throughout the album, he tends to use his growl most of the times, but the screams more of like a backing vocal type thing. They also do a thing where they even trade off with each other, where he'll do part of the lyric in the growl, then you'll hear the scream finish it off. Just look at track number 2 for a good example of that. And then they even layer them over each other at times, which is kind of cool to hear. Track 6, though, The Stench of Mausoleums Infect to Possess, the screams take a little more of a lead vocal style on this track, but again, he switches back to his death growl to finish off the song. But it's kind of neat to see him do more of a scream vocal, because like I said, they're mostly relegated to backing vocals or accompanying, But to see him kind of use that as more of a lead there, that was kind of cool. Overall, this is just a solid slab of just churning, oppressive sounding death metal that you just can't help but go back for more, just to listen to it, just to feel that, that nasty feeling as you're listening to it. This gets a solid 9 out of 10 from me. Definitely go check them out. I've got my copy pre-ordered. I will leave a link down below where you can check out one song that they have posted already on the Vargeist Bandcamp page. So yeah, that is going to do it. Thank you so much for watching and subscribing. And until next time, stay brutal.